Welcome to Spirited Reviews. I'm Randy.
I'm Justin.
Norm.
And I'm Zach.
Our goal here is to give you honest reviews, bold takes, and limit the questionable wisdom. Justin, what are we doing?
We've got some poor decisions. We've got a set of some glasses. We're going to do a comparison. We just did the review on the Keepers release from Maker's Mark. We're going to be comparing it to the Heart release from 2024. And then the Lost Recipe that also came out in 2024. We're going to give ratings on them. And as always, we'll put them in the rating sheet that we're going to link in the description down below. And we've done the Distillery series. So some baselines so you can see whose palate you align with. Check that out. See where you align.
Yeah, and typically we have some notes about Distillery, but go check out the Keepers release video. I did some notes there on Makers. Just real quick, this is the second release in the chapter 2. What are they calling it now?
Yeah,
Chapter
2 is fine.
It's chapter 2, the wood finishing series.
The wood finishing series.
Yeah, the wood
Yeah.
finishes.
Yeah, don't get confused with chapter 1.
Never.
Yeah.
All right.
Forget to check out. Yeah. Don't forget to check out our previous video for our tasting notes on the first one.
So we got the Heart release. This is the 2024 release. This is the first bottle in chapter 2 of the wood finishing series. This is 111.7 proof, same mash bill you'll find in all your Makers products. 70% corn, 16% red winter wheat, 14% malted barley. MSRP is still $75. This is 10 virgin toasted French oak staves, whereas the Keepers that came out this year is American oak.
Great.
Let's get on the nose. While we're doing that, if you could do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe. It would really help us out. Doesn't cost you anything, but really makes a difference in our lives and what we're trying to achieve here and to help people on their journey, new, old, or whatever, in the journey, to not make the same mistakes we've made or to help figure out how to make better choices moving forward.
Randy, thank you
Man,
for sharing this one.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Randy. We're all drinking from the same bottle. So that way we kind of limit our differences here on variation from the bottles. On the nose, this Heart release to me smells a lot better than the Keepers. That
Better
French
in
oak
what
really
way?
stands out.
Yeah, I think
French
it's the
oak more stands out. It feels more finished, more complex, more
Heavier.
dark, like darker, heavier. Yeah. Heavier is a way better word. Yeah. Actually getting a little bit more fruit notes on it rather than what I was getting with that. This smells less wheat to me than Keepers did.
Yeah, that's interesting you said that. This is less wheat. I picked up some wheat funk on the Keepers. I'm not picking that up here. This is heavier, sweeter. Man, this smells good.
Very good.
Yeah, it's dark cherry, dark plum, maybe like dark chocolate. It smells pretty creamy. It is more ethanol forward too, compared to the Keepers release. It's definitely giving me the French oak that you would expect. Like, it's definitely like PFG light for sure, light, but it's kind of hitting that same sort of vibe, that dark.
Spoilers, Zach. Spoilers. Jeez.
Oily. Yeah. Randy?
All right. So, I mean, for me, it's funny you guys say heavier because I see brighter, fruitier. I don't see heavy on it. I do see the cherry, the dark cherry, but I'd never equate that to dark. When I think of like heavier, I think of like oak influence. I think of like richer, bolder. I don't know, whatever, better. I mean, I whatever. Well, I'll say whatever. Russell's 15. That's like heavier to me. Where this is like brighter, more pleasant, candy-ish to me kind of profile. Definitely get the dark cherry. Definitely get French oak. I mean, it's a Maker's product. But yeah, I mean, I think of for me when I think of this profile, I think of the cellar age lighter, not as much oak. That's what I get on this.
Would you say this is more Russell's 13 over Russell's 15?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I can see that.
I don't know if you guys. I just smell the Keepers again, the 2025 release,
Yep,
and that thing
I
is
did.
like straight vanilla buttercream tub.
Wow.
And I'm
Yeah,
getting,
it is definitely going that way.
I mean, again, they play well off of each other. They are different for a reason. They're different profile, different everything. And that's kind of fun to play between the two of them.
Or
All
get
right,
smells on
I
the
want to get
palate.
this on. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
All right, so while you guys get into this, I'm gonna start because I've had this numerous times. I thoroughly enjoy this. I think that for me, I'm not saying this replaces cellar age, but this is what cellar age is missing for me. It's missing that proof. It's missing the robust. It's missing the punch. Um, it is sweeter, lighter, not as old oaky as the cellar age, but it's a bright light pour that I enjoy. I get the nice finish of the sweet French oak on the back end. I'm getting the fruit up front. I'm getting the vanilla up front. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm a fanboy. I love this pour. So
Man, this goes vanilla and then it goes to a dark chocolate, like a bitterness, like, but not in a bad way, like a cacao, like that dark chocolate. Those. Oh my gosh, this is good. Yeah, this is good. I much prefer this over Keepers.
oh,
This profile's so much better.
Oh,
Justin, would you say that what me and Zach said earlier in our Discord chat was correct?
I don't remember what you said, but
Oh, you're
probably.
terrible. You're terrible. We said it was great, and just wait, it's better. And you're like, I'll be the judge of that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's still a weeder, so
Yeah. Oh,
I'm still
for
not
Christ's
sure.
sakes.
But this doesn't come off. It's there's some wheat funk there, but it's on the back end for me. Just a little bit. Nothing close to Keepers. This is a whole different profile.
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting. I agree. This is way different. At the French oak has brought an influence here that is more my profile. I mean, I'm not. We'll get in the scoring and comparisons. This is better. This is a better release. I see why they put this one out first. So we talked about heavier. Taste the Keepers again. I think that's a bit heavier. Where this is brighter. I think Randy is right about that on the palate at least. Um, that's definitely more my profile. It's not nearly as funky or sour. I would say. That's one thing I didn't say last time. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I enjoy this one more. I'm glad I own this one, so I'm happy I have this.
Yeah.
Right?
I haven't gone back palette wise to Keepers. So I'm gonna keep my notes strictly for the heart release. Haven't done that comparison yet, but it's got a beautiful, absolutely love craving this cherry note, sweet cherry note, cherry cordial. I do get the chocolate that Justin mentioned, the vanilla. It's got just a great sweet oak note. I'm really digging it.
Yeah. So I first tried this at the distillery. Norm, you mentioned in the video before. Please go watch and see it. It is a beautiful grounds. I went there for my son's 21st, and I tried this there first. And I remember we did the flight. We had all the BEP. We had a bunch of their like special release single barrel picks. This stole the show. It was so good. It was just so good. And they have this great restaurant. You're sitting outside, you're looking over the grounds, you're eating, and the flight. God, I mean, I remember drinking this, thinking like, holy crap, this is what I've been waiting for from them for a while.
It has this like sweet tobacco on the finish too.
Yep. Yes.
But,
Sweet
but not
tobacco with the.
this is so whatever. It's like Swisher sweet tobacco though.
Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
like not like a real stogie, but like a Swisher sweet, like little mini. I mean, underage shouldn't be smoking it, and I
Yeah.
like,
And think what you will. Swisher sweets are
Yeah.
good. So don't think that that's a bad thing. You
No,
know?
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying,
No,
like, when we
no,
say
no, I know you're
sweet
not.
cigar, we've talked about some very expensive cigars. This is like a Swisher Sweet for me.
There you go.
Brings back
I'm
my
game with that.
my over 18 childhood.
Yeah. I went back to the keepers, and it's got real sour compared to this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sour compared to this one.
Yeah.
And it's much heavier. I don't, I like I said, it's
Yeah, much better.
yeah.
I can't get behind the heavy note, but sour and brighter is what I would describe the Keepers release as.
I'm with you there, Zach. Honestly,
Yes.
I would consider this darker and heavier, but that's
The
yeah,
keepers almost taste younger too. I mean, we
that's
talked
what I'm
about
saying. It tastes younger, brighter,
might be a
sour
Home Depot
apple
note
more.
or something in there. Yeah, like that fresh treated wood.
Greenwood.
I
Yeah.
can't go back to this one and say like brighter. Like to me, it's darker, like heavier, like
Randy
sour
got the order
oaky.
mixed up. Clearly, I'm just...
No,
I don't know.
I'm
I'm with Zach
legit.
on that, but that's fine. That's how we differ. It's cool.
Yeah, that's
why
I
we
mean,
got
it's
4
crazy.
people.
Like, no, I'm like perplexed because I pick up such a difference in opinion on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
It's
Norm's
okay to be wrong, Randy. It's fine.
Well, there's for the record, there's 2-2 here, Justin, and you're the non. Zach is agreeing with the non-meat guy, so that's cool.
It's just nice that we get to drink a weeder with
Right.
Justin, and he's not just
he's not
dying.
throwing
Not
up,
barfing.
turning his head, or you know.
Let's use
All right.
use the lost recipe as
Let's
a
go to lost
tiebreaker.
recipe.
Why don't you tell us about that, Zach?
All right, guys. So Lost Recipe came out last year. This is a different series that they're doing. I'm assuming they're going to keep it rolling. The Lost Recipe series, that is. This particular one is the Mocha Stave, which has been archived, and apparently it was super popular for makers, but for whatever reason they said, well, that's too popular. Let's retire that until let's put in a special release.
marketing.
So this is a 111.9 proof, same mash bill, 70% corn, 16% red winter wheat, 14% malted barley, MSRP of $75. So specifically the stave profile here, for those that are familiar with makers and how they do their private barrels, you get to select a variety of different staves, and those get inserted into the barrel for the finishing process. This one in particular has 1 baked American pure, number 2, I guess that's what that says, 3 seared French cuvee, 6 roasted French mocha, which is the highlighted stave for this particular pour. And I've heard lots of great things about this pour. I've been wanting to try this for a while.
So I would like, if anybody knows this, I've heard a rumor that Costco is the reason for this bottle. They do such high volume. They went to makers and said that they wanted something that no one else had. They wanted something different. They came out with this, and that's why most of it was at Costco, but they couldn't all be at Costco based on laws, so they were released at other stores. Again, don't know if that's true. I heard that. I was just curious if anybody else heard that, because
another thing, I have heard that actually. Another thing I've heard that you guys may be able to confirm, or maybe someone in the comments can. I also heard when this initially released that this is apparently a stave profile that no one's ever chosen.
Really?
Interesting.
I did hear that.
If you think about it, you've got like 5 stave options, and you can do up to 10. I mean, I'm not going to do the back of the hand math here, but I mean that's
a
quite
lot
of combinations.
Yeah, it's a lot of combinations.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody here is going to do the math on that, I vote Zach.
Yeah.
And probably do it right for the record.
There's a store by me that still has mocha stave finished, like these old ones, like Old Label, Dust. I gotta look and see how this compares.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I heard that it was, Costco was the one that went to them and said, listen, we want something completely different. They went back in the indexes and found this recipe that they hadn't used in forever, and that's how this came about. So I'd be curious if anybody knows if that's really true or not, but that's what I did here. All right. So I mean, right off the bat, I'm getting I'm getting the mocha. Not a I think we used that note before, like a cacao. It's more like a lighter, darker chocolate, not like an overpowering chocolate. And I'm getting a little bit more ethanol on the nose, considering how many pours in. It's surprising on that. Getting a sweetness. This I would say is a little bit heavier, the French oak. Yeah, I mean, and I'm getting like a little bit of like a black tea in the background, which is weird.
Ooh, black tea. That's an interesting note. Uh, um, for me, this would go in between the
Yes.
two we just had.
Yes.
What I call dark chocolate, like the cacao on the heart, I would almost call this like the semi-sweet
Okay.
chocolate chips kind of thing, where it's like in between. Um, it smells great. It's almost like the best part of both of these blended together. Like if these were blended together, I feel like it would almost get the lost recipe here. Um, mocha, yes. But yeah, I'm gonna go with like a semi-sweet chocolate chip note is kind of what I get on this. But it smells great. Like I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, no taking baking notes. Damn it.
Oh, true. I'm not the baking.
You're not the Swede.
I'm not the Pillsbury Doughboy. Let's go, Zach. What do you
Right.
got?
No. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
It's
Norm's
Norm.
next. My
Right.
bad.
Wait a second now.
Norm.
I don't have much of that.
It's like sophisticated back there. He's just swirling big.
It's another Makers. No, but Justin, you nailed it. I think it's between these two. I want to see that mocha shine through in the palate because the nose, like you said, I'm getting in between. And that's interesting. We got from the the virgin oak to the virgin French oak to this. That is a mixture of a lot of things. I want to see that mocha shine through. That's what I'm waiting for.
I didn't say it. It was Norm.
I know. I'm waiting for Randy
Norm
to say it all
got
night. I'm over here saying it.
Yeah.
All right.
I was
Norm's
uber
doing
focused on not saying it. And you just
That's
ripped
all
it.
I can say. All right.
Virginia.
Virginia.
It's giving me kind of like a toasted bourbon nose. I agree with Justin that bitter sweet chocolate, that baker's chocolate, because it's not quite dark like the heart release. It's definitely not milk like maybe you might get on the keepers. It's definitely in between those. I'm also getting like a dried apricot kind of like fruitiness to it.
I could see
It's
that.
not it's not cherry like the heart release was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what I called out on the. I don't know if I called it any fruits at all on the keepers. I think if I had to like rank the noses, I think I agree with you guys. It does split the middle, but I think it might be my least favorite just on nose because I prefer like the extremes of the two.
That's fair.
All right. Let's get on the palate.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the reason why this popped into, like, I mean, obviously we're doing a comparison video, right? And you have 1 and 2. Like, why is 3 here? And it's because Justin nailed it. To me, it was like it was a richer, darker, deeper version of the 1 of 5, the heart of the least for me, and not having the 2 of 5 until we had this video, I felt like it belonged for whatever reason above any single barrel. It belonged with this video.
Yes.
I think this was a great idea. Great idea to have all three. This does fit in between for me. Wow. It's just good. I like this is good on its own. I like them both better than Keeper. Spoiler there. They're both darker, and it's like what's one step up is the Lost, and then another step up is the Heart. If you're trying to get a darker profile, to me, darker I say, but depends on who you talk to here, I guess. No shade, Randy.
There's 2 to 2. You keep throwing me under the bus.
Justin's right. I don't know. That's all I gotta say.
Me and the baker agree. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
No, I do get a little bit more of the mocha note coming through on this. It just fits in between for me. These are 3 good releases. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Norm?
So I went back through them back and forth. I think the Lost is going to be like my favorite of the profiles. Although when I have the Lost and I hit the Keepers, which I don't know where that's going to land. It's Keepers is bringing a bit of sweetness that I didn't pick up before, more so compared. But and this is not a bad note to me, and I don't take it like run with it, but a bit of peach on the Lost recipe. Um, I don't know. It's there, but the mocha's there. The bitter sweet, semi-sweet chocolate's there. And I'm not talking about the heart a lot. And I have the heart. I have the Lost recipe also. I don't know. It's difficult. I'm questioning some things here, so I'm gonna think about that for a second. Zach.
Yeah, I haven't done the comparison yet to the heart. I think I'm liking it more than the keepers. I mean, the keepers on the nose is just straight up birthday cake at this point, which is lovely, lovely to smell.
I'm telling you that
Um,
sweetness.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Lost recipe maintains the cherry of the heart release that I really crave, but adds Norm said peaches. I'm gonna say apricots, but same
Yep.
similar kind of vibe there. Yeah, I definitely get the mocha note, or at least I'm interpreting like the chocolate as to have like a little bit of like a. It's not as dark as the heart release was, but maybe like got a little bit more like I don't know if I want to say like milk and coffee type richness to it that kind of brightens it just a little bit. And then it finishes with like that apricot, that white fleshy fruit. I love the oak that's coming through here. It's giving me like it's not amber maple syrup; it's that brighter color maple syrup. Um, French toast vibes. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be splitting some hairs to pick between these two, but I think you get a nice progression in depth and darkness, as Justin called out. For each of these, you've got the light side, the dark side, then you got your gray Jedi here in the middle with Lost Recipe, the yellow saber tang.
Nice.
You guys are literally all over the
Nice.
place. You've done like the comparison video like 5 times. I mean, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
So Keeper's Release to me is French toast, powdered sugar, getting a little bit of maple, dark, deep, rich flavors. Definitely, I'm leaning more towards apricot just because when I think of apricot, I think of like the dried apricot. Where in my head, when I think of peach, I think of like a fresh peach when I'm biting it. So I'm getting that like richer sugary flavor. So I would lean more apricot, but again, you guys are both nailing it with, I mean, it's like right there. It's right in the middle. I love this Lost recipe. I remember when I tried it, I thought like, sure, I'll get it, whatever. It's up there. It's to me, it's a special release. So now, would you guys like to do the comparison video? I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
What are you talking about? We're doing it.
Yeah. Apparently, we've already done it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's tough not to compare them, honestly.
It is.
No, I know
that.
that.
This is interesting. I think these three were released, and I think these makers, chapter 2 is released to do this kind of thing, this kind of tasting, right? Like this is an experience all on its own. We're sitting here drinking these three and having a better experience having these three than if I just had them on a single.
Oh yeah, I would love to do a tasting with a group of people with these 3 bottles.
I think they're accomplishing something here that's unique because it's the same mash, different staves. Go right. I don't know. I've said all I can about the comparisons. I'm ready to score, but I'll let you guys go.
I think that's the next step. I think we're ready to score here. I don't know if I can really add any more to what I've already said.
Comparison is in the scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the official comparison.
I'll go official. So, like I said, it is first was whatever score I scored. Go check out the video. Heart release is
6.9.
I did a 6.9 on the keepers, 7.1 on the heart, and then right in the middle is the Lost. That's 7. So it's 6.9, 7, 7.1 with heart taking it home.
Yeah, I'm not mad to own any any one of these bottles. They all serve a purpose. They all hit a different
Yes.
profile. I think most enjoyment you're going to get is exactly what we just did.
Yes.
If you've got the ability and the space to get all three, because we can tell you the notes and you can kind of probably pick up on what might be your favorite. Just going back and forth here. 1 second, just to confirm. Yeah, okay. So I was a 7 on the keepers. I think for me it shines on its own because as soon as I started comparing it to the heart and the lost, it lost a lot of its
Yeah.
luster. I'm gonna bump the heart. I'm gonna go 7.2, and then for my Hannah Montana fans, Lost Recipe gives you the best of both worlds. Um, so to me, I'm gonna rate it the highest. I want to go 7.4 on the Lost.
In a Montana.
All right.
I don't know where that came from, but okay. I feel like I'm too old for that reference.
I know I was shelf worthy on the 205 on the I can't even see it. The keepers. I think it was probably like a 7.2. It's a great pour on its own. I 100% agree. This is a great flight together. Luckily, we were able to get this release from Justin, even though he already gave himself credit.
It's okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, he got it. I bought it.
It's
Shared
fine.
it. But no, and I mean there is something unique about each one of these. At $75, and I'm pretty sure the Lost Recipe was actually cheaper than all of them. It was because I got mine through Costco, and it was considerably cheaper.
Yeah, I mean MSRP we listed as 75.
So I'm pretty positive it was cheaper, but
I think it was cheaper at Costco.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah, and I mean, and again, I mean, we're fortunate, with who we are in our community with our Discord, we were able to get this. Justin is 100% correct. He helped get us this. We tease each other, but nothing but love. I mean, he helped us get this. We were able to review it right away. The heart of the release holds a special place in my heart just because it was so unique, so different from all the, for lack of a better word, the crappy single barrels I've been having from makers and all the 8,000 different, and I'm way off. It's way more than 8,000, but all the different releases combinations you can do, whatever. It's too much. And no one's putting forth a thought or a conscious effort. These are great at the price point. They're amazing. So whatever, I'll say I rank this 7 point, whatever, 0 to 2. This is amazing. It's great. Going back to it, it plays well off these. For me, the heart of the release is lighter. Everybody has a different profile. It's brighter. It's sweeter. I agree. It's darker. I see where they're saying like it's a deeper, darker profile. To me, that sweetness equates to lighter, brighter. The reason why I added this in is because I was dying to see what everybody else thought of this. Norm, I know you have this.
What's your score?
It's better. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm with you. It's a thinker,
I'm
right?
passionate about it.
Yeah, this
What's
is
in the box? What's in the box?
this is fun.
So again, if this is 7.2, this is 7.5, this is 7.6.
Okay. I think those are good scores, Randy. Good job.
This is what I'm interested in. Go ahead.
The keepers. So keepers was, I thought the keepers was really good for a weeded, and I'm not a fan of weeders. I'm just want to stress that to everybody out there. Not a fan of weeders, not a real big fan of makers in general. But the keepers I thought was really good, and I gave that a 5. The heart release I think is better than any of the 3 of these. And I'm gonna go 5.7.
Wow.
On the heart. I thought it was really good for a weeder. Still not something I want to have personally, but like I'm not upset by it, and I would drink it, no problems. It's interesting enough. Lost Recipe, I feel like fits right in between those.
Agree.
But a little bit better than halfway. So I'm going to go 5.3 on the Lost Recipe.
All right.
So recap. So
yeah.
Zach, did you say it was Lost Recipe was in between the two, or did you say it was better?
The profile's in between, but I prefer the Lost Recipe because when I go back, the heart is so deep dark that it's hard to pull notes out of it in comparison to Lost. And when I go to Keepers, it's too sour, bright, tannic in comparison to the others. So I think Keepers stands out best on its own. The heart is a step above the Keepers for me, and then the Lost Recipe drowns the other two out from a profile perspective. For
Norm, were you the same, or were you in the
No,
middle?
no. It was heart, Lost, Keepers.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was the rest of us as well.
So with that, do you think with the heart, do you think that the French oak and stuff covers up more of the wheat profile more than the others?
Yeah,
I think it's a strong
like
wheat profile on you.
Well, I got strong on the Keepers for some reason. I think that sourness that we have all actually talked about on the Keepers. I think the French oak has masked the wheatness. We can go with that, right?
That was my assumption. That's why I'm saying like that makes sense why maybe I would prefer it more is because the wheat is masked more by the French oak and that was just my guess. But
yeah. I mean, I think if you like wheat, you'll like these. I mean, and if you watch our other videos, if you watch Justin's scores, like I mean,
that's fair.
Like, those are amazing scores for Justin.
Yeah, I'm not a wheat fan. These are like specifically, I'm not a wheat or French oak fan in general. That heart release hits like it. I wouldn't be upset at all. I think it's a great pour.
Yeah, I think they're willy-nilly throwing these together. I think there's some real thought and purpose and some real wizardry.
And
wizardry.
Yeah, going on there.
The price point to me, the price point is what makes
notes by Norm to words by Norm.
I'm gonna educate.
To me, the price point is what makes these what they are. The price point is killer. If they keep this price point up, then the value is great.
I did look up Lost Recipe was $60 at Costco.
I knew it.
Oh.
Like I literally I think that was part of my when I got it. I was like, dude, this is for $15 cheaper.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't be upset by that, and I don't even like wheat. $60, yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, I would like to know what you guys think down below. Have you had these three? Which one do you prefer? If you haven't had them, you might want to seek out one another, do this comparison because this is pretty fun. This is actually a pretty good comparison.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot we were recording because we just started talking about like literally I just went into like it went into that like bro hangout, like we were talking about like shit afterwards. I was like, oh shit, we're still recording. Hey Justin, take us
offline. Yeah, with that, guys, stay spirited. We'll see you on the next one.
Stay spirited, everyone.
Guys.